Hello, Boris. Today at school we had a very interesting lesson about the first rulers of the Second Bulgarian Empire, Peter, Asen, Kaluyan, and Ivan Asen II. I couldn't understand everything. Do you know anything more about them?
Hello, Irina. Of course I do. What exactly do you want to know? Can you be more specific?
The teacher mentioned something about the very beginning of the uprising in 1185. Something about the church, but I could not understand that.
Oh, yes. That's how the uprising began. On St. Dimitriev's Day in 1185, Peter and Asen announced the beginning of the uprising in front of the people gathered for the consecration of the Church of St. Dimitar in Turnovo. They used this religious motive to convince people that the saint had left Thessaloniki and was already protecting Turnovo. You know how important religion was in the Middle Ages. This definitely won the support of the population for the uprising.
An impressive beginning of this very important act for Bulgarian history. This is how the liberation of the Bulgarian lands from Byzantium started. You know, the teacher also mentioned something about the character of Tsar Kaluyan. The teacher speaks very fast, and sometimes I miss some things. Would you tell me more about that as well? And I'll ask him to speak slower next time.
That is a very interesting topic, Irina. Both Asen I and Kaoyan were hot-tempered and did not hesitate to be cruel when necessary. The sources are not always fully objective, so we cannot trust them completely. But the Byzantines said that he was called Greek Slayer, because he avenged the massacre of Samuel's soldiers by Basil II, who was called Bulgarian Slayer. During the siege of Varna, he did not hesitate to attack during the Holy Week. He was a serious warrior and diplomat. Do you want to know more about the marriages of Ivan Asen II, which is another very interesting topic?
Of course I do. I'm a girl and that was the most interesting fact for me. I remembered a lot of things, but it will certainly be useful for me to hear them again.
Ivan Asen II's first marriage was the Hungarian Anna Maria, daughter of the Hungarian King Bela. The Tsar laid down a condition to the Hungarian, as he was returning from a crusade and his way to Hungary passed through Bulgaria. Ivan Asen II would only let Bela pass if he agreed that Ivan Asen II married his daughter. King Bela had no other choice but agree. Thus, at the very beginning of his reign, the new Bulgarian ruler reclaimed for Bulgaria the most northwestern territories near the city of Belgrade. It is interesting what the sources say about the last wife of the Tsar, Irina, the daughter of Theodore Komnenos. It is said that he loved her no less than Mark Antony loved Cleopatra. Look how knowledge from the antiquity was preserved in the Middle Ages.
Wow, Boris, that was very interesting. The teacher loves the Middle Ages very much, and if I tell him these facts, when he examines me, he will 100% give me a 6. Thank you so much.
Of course, Irina, you can always ask me when you want to know more about the glorious history of Bulgaria.